Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm doing my scar look for my modern day Disney villain series, and I'm starting off with using the Pretty Vulgar Blacklist Gel Eyeliner. I can't remember if that's exactly what it's called, but I'm doing the left eyebrow first, and I'm making sure I leave a gap of where the scar is going to be. This video is in voiceover because my daughter was homesick this day, and she was making a lot of noise, and I really couldn't film while talking, so that is why this is in voiceover. And then I just fill in the other brow normally, and then I'm going to go into the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and I'm taking the matte Sagittarius shade, I believe this is, and it's like a warm toned brown. I'm just running this into my crease using a Wet n Wild blending brush, and I do run this on the lower lash line as well. The next video I'm going to be posting after this is like a 3-minute long video of just a very short wig review, which is also going to be voiceover because I wasn't feeling well at the time, so I didn't really feel like doing a long video, but I did want to get a video up for you guys for next Tuesday, so yeah, that's going to be coming up. And then I just make sure that's all nice and blended and blown out together, and then I go into the matte Scorpio shade, which is a warmer toned, darker brown, and I'm just running this into my crease as well using the same brush. However, my next video on next Friday is going to be a mostly talking video. I think the very and I want to say the last 10 minutes or so that I was recording, I had to go silent. So I mean, probably the last minute or two of the video is going to be in voiceover, but most of it's going to be in me talking. And then I also run that on my lower lash line as well. And my next look is going to be a Christmas themed look, so just keep an eye out for that. Okay, and then the next shade I'm going to go into is the matte Pisces shade, which is this darker brown. And I'm going to be using I think this is like a Luxie brush, I want to say. It's just like a fluffy, like slightly dense packer type brush. And I'm just running that all over my lid. And I don't think I used any on my lower lash line just yet anyway, because I think I might go in with it later. But I just make sure that's nice and packed on there and blend it into the other shades. And then I'm going to take some concealer, and I just put that on the back of my hand, and I'm using a small little paintbrush for this. I'm just running this in a strip along my lower lash line, because what I wanted to do is for Scar's eyes, if you look at reference photos, uh, like, are they yellow and green, or I don't know. I decided to go with the shades yellow and green. I wanted to kind of reflect that on the lower lash line since I don't wear contacts. So yeah, I'm just using concealer to lighten up that area before I put the colors down. I'm going in with the Shimmer Aquarius shade, which is like a golden shade. And I'm putting this on the inner and outer thirds of that area where I just laid down the concealer. I did set that concealer as well with a skin-toned powder, just so it didn't crease. And then I think I did forget to mention that this is a gender bent scar look, so it's not just like a masculine scar look. So I just wanted to let you know that as well. And then I decided to do green in the center, so I went in with the Shimmer Sagittarius shade, which is this green right here, and I just popped that onto the center of the lower lash line, and I made sure it was blended in with the gold on both sides. And I think that's pretty much all I did with the shadows, but then I am going to be going in and doing something pretty unique with the liner. If you look at pictures of Catch, they have like a really distinct eye shape, so I decided to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Liner in their shade Black. And I'm going to first line the top part of my eyes. When it comes to the inner corner, I am going to be dipping it downward to make my eyes look more feline, and then I also do wing it out as well. And then you'll see when I do the lower lash line, I'm going to be swooping the black liner down on the very underside of that shimmer I laid down, right where it meets the matte, so that it kind of creates like this bigger eye effect. So yeah, you see me doing that right here, and I make sure I bring it all the way down so that it actually is visible underneath the shimmer. And I do end up obviously doing that on both eyes to give me more of a cat eye appearance. If you follow me on TikTok, you've already seen the first Christmas look I'm doing for the year. It's like a peppermint skull look, which I think turned out so awesome. I'm so happy that I did it, and it turned out as good as I was hoping it would. And then I am planning on doing a reindeer look as well. And then I think I want to do a third Christmas look, but I probably wouldn't be posting that until like 2 days after Christmas, that Friday or that following Friday after Christmas, because that's when I normally post. But I did think I wanted to do a third look so I could get it in on my TikTok before Christmas rolls around. So if you want to follow my TikTok to see that beforehand, feel free to do that. But then you see me doing just a thinner line on the lower lash line here. And then I'm going to connect it all together and fill it all in. But yeah, this was the hardest part of the look because I had to try keeping as steady of a hand as I possibly could and not mess up. And then I had to mirror it on the other side so that it looked as close to the other side as possible. It was very nerve-wracking. And I'm glad I was feeling fine at the time. I did end up getting sick the day after this. I think I filmed this on a Wednesday and then Thanksgiving was on, no, I filmed this on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday because my daughter was home. And then Thursday night on Thanksgiving night is when I got sick. So it was just disaster, disaster. I do not want to relive those memories ever again. And okay, and then I did want to do lashes with this look. So I can't remember what lashes these are, but these are the lashes that I used, and I popped those on. And then I'm just using a lighter concealer, and I'm using that to fill in the scar area where the scar is on the left side of my face. I'm just doing this scar on the top and then also on the bottom. And I do go in to shade it. I didn't want to do like a very in-depth, like realistic kind of scar. I just wanted to kind of keep that more on the side of like a reference to the cartoon. But then just to give it a little more pop because I felt like it was a little too close to my natural skin tone because I'm just so pale, I went into the Bella Cosmetics contour palette, I believe this is, yes. And I'm just taking that shade and I'm contouring, not contouring, but laying that down on just one side of the scar on the top and the bottom to give it kind of like a shadow to make it somewhat appear like maybe it's raised. And yeah, just to give it a little more definition. Yeah, my next video I think is like a total like 3 minutes. So I'm going to try squeezing all the information for the review in those 3 minutes in a voiceover, but I think I'll be able to do it and hopefully it's not too confusing. But then I will have be doing a wig review of the Map of Beauty wigs hopefully soon, and I'll get that up as a Sunday video sometime in this month. And then when I get my other wigs in, I will also try doing a review on those for this month as well. And then after I get all of that defined, I decided to go into the Coastal Scents Suntones bronzer. I think this is in the light shade. And I went really, really heavy-handed with the bronzer on my cheekbones and the bridge of my nose because if you look at photos of Scar, he is a lion and he has a really nice tan fur. So I'm just doing a really tan face. And not tan fur, but like, you know what I mean, because he would be tan if he was human living where he lives. And then I go back into that contour shade and I'm just taking the Precision foundation brush from Luxie, and I'm using that to carve out my cheekbones and my jawline. And yeah, I make sure I do a pretty heavy-handed strong contour for this as well, just to give it a lot of strong definition. And then I go into the Ofra Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Rodeo Drive, and I use that to highlight my cheekbones and my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and the bridge of my nose using my finger because I was too lazy to grab a brush. But I just wanted to give this look a nice golden glow to it because I was so heavily handed on the bronzer that I thought it kind of needed a little bit of shine to kind of even it out. And then, let me see, what did I do next? Oh yes, lips. I used the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick. For my bottom lip, I went in with the shade, I want to say this is Coffee Cake. And I just put that on my bottom lip and I made sure it was completely dry before I added the color on my top lip. And then for the top lip, I'm using the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Widow's Peak, which is a black. And because if you look at reference photos like of some cat makeup and stuff like, or animal makeup, the top lip will be darker than the bottom lip. So that's kind of what I was going for here. And yeah, I just let that dry before I made sure, so it didn't transfer to the bottom lip as well. And then I just throw on this black wig. And I'm using my hands to kind of shield the glare of the lights so you can see it a lot better. But that is pretty much the end of this video. So if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Sorry about that door. That was my daughter just now. Yeah, subscribe if you want to, or if you don't, okay, and I'll just talk to you later. Bye.